Sister Wives stars Janelle Brown and Meri Brown have not been on good terms for a while. During Season 19, Episode 9, Janelle visited Meri in her Flagstaff home to discuss Coyote Pass. This meeting was unexpected and a bit awkward. Janelle and Meri were able to put aside their differences for the day and have an honest conversation about the property the Browns share. However, Janelle had some big opinions about Meri's reaction to the conversation. Read on to find out what they were. Meri ignores Janelle's warnings. Former sister wives, Meri Brown and Janelle Brown, do not get along well. They have both decided to leave the polygamist family featured in Sister Wives. Janelle separated from her husband Coyote Brown in December 2022. Meri Brown decided to get a release from Coyote in January 2023. Contact with one another has been minimal since the family has fractured. However, on the November 10th episode of Sister Wives, Meri and Janelle sat down to discuss the property on Coyote Pass. Janelle Brown wanted to talk to Meri about the property and protecting their interest in it now that they are no longer married to Coyote Brown. She warned Meri to protect her assets on the property because Coyote had been unstable with his support of the project. Janelle previously sat down with Coyote to discuss the property, and he dismissed Janelle's concerns. Meri completely dismissed Janelle's concerns about their assets in Coyote Pass. Janelle believes Meri is too loyal to their ex-husband. Janelle Brown opened up to the Sister Wives producers and compared Meri to a dog that keeps coming back to its owner. During their conversation in Flagstaff, Meri told Janelle that she was done with her relationship with Coyote and was leaving. In her confessional, Janelle said, "I was kind of surprised. I'm like, wow. And then I thought, it's about damn time." Janelle expressed that Meri has been loyal to Coyote to a fault. Janelle confessed, "I think it's kind of that dog that keeps coming back because they're loyal." She continued, "Not to say Meri's a dog, but I think she just has that kind of loyalty. And I think, finally, she just reached her end." Janelle's reaction is likely because Meri defended Coyote in their conversation about Coyote Pass. Meri refused to accept that her assets in the property may be in danger from Coyote and Robyn Brown. Meri Brown is working on her sexy online dating profile. Fans were loving what they were seeing and hyped her up in the comments. Meri is newly single and ready to enjoy her life in a way she has not gotten to before. Fans love seeing a side of her that they have never seen before. Keep reading to find out more. Coyote Brown left with one wife. Coyote Brown had 4 wives. However, he is now down to 1. He was married to Janelle, Meri, Christine, and Robyn. However, Robyn is the only one that has stayed with Coyote. Christine was the first to leave. She was unhappy and could not do it anymore. Then Janelle and Meri followed. Fans love seeing the women single and enjoying their lives with their kids. Coyote is not a fan favorite. A lot of people feel as though he constantly uses the victim card. However, they're moving on. Meri Brown works on sexy dating profile. Meri Brown is working on her sexy dating profile. She made a TikTok showcasing her on a tractor. She was laughing and totally unserious during the video. The final part was a picture of her on the tractor and saying she was going to put it on farmersonly.com. Fans love this video and let her know in the comments. "I'm here for the released and fun Meri. You definitely locked up this amazing personality way too long. Welcome to joy. Meri, why do they never show this silly and goofy side of you on the show? You are hilarious. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Amazing how old baggage can release so much happiness. Meri looks so much happier. Hope she finds someone who values her. They should put this on the new Farmers Only commercial tractor." Meri loved the comments as she responded to quite a few thanking them. She is currently living a carefree and full life. It seems that Meri is having the time of her life. While this picture may not go on her actual dating profile, it gave everyone a good laugh. Fans wish they got to see this side of Meri more on the show, especially in the past when she was not a fan favorite. Viewers love seeing the wives who have left Coyote happy and living life to the fullest. What do you think about Meri's TikTok? Did it give you a good laugh? Sister Wives star Christine Brown opened up about her genuine feelings for one surprising family member in the most recent episode, amid criticism about her relationship with David Woolley. While Christine, who's been celebrating her new relationship throughout Sister Wives season 19, has been separated from Coyote Brown and the plural marriage they shared with Janelle Brown, Meri Brown, and Robyn Brown for a few years, the family still takes time to get together for big events. With Christine's daughter, Gwendolyn Brown, celebrating her engagement on the show, the rest of the family was begrudgingly involved in the exciting festivities during the most recent episode of Sister Wives. Christine found herself talking to Meri after introducing David. While Meri offered some joking words of advice, she was genuine in her sentiments and wished Christine the best with David. In a moment of affection that shocked Sister Wives fans, Meri and Christine exchanged genuine sentiments of love, hugging warmly. While Sister Wives fans are rooting for both women, they're floored to see Christine being so tender with Meri. Their interaction was positive and genuine, u/Reddit Soul Louboutins explained, sharing that Christine and Meri's relationship may not move forward, but was still meaningful to both. "I am done with my dad. He only cares about himself."
All the shade.
That's what one of Coyote Brown's kids just hurled at her very own father. And, to be honest, we're totally here for it. On the latest episode of the Authentic Society podcast, the 29-year-old, who is the child of Coyote and ex-spouse Janelle Brown, detailed her decision to cut her infamous father out of her life. "I have no contact with some of my family, and it's because of stuff that has happened," said Maddie, who is pregnant with her fourth child with husband Caleb Rush. The reality star held little back on this podcast, say that some people just don't deserve to be in your life, and then adding, "I always get messages from people who are like, you should just forgive your dad and respect him. And I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about, because your experience with your dad could be very different than my experience with my dad." Just last month, Michael T. Brown echoed a similar sentiment. She believes fame has changed Coyote for the much worse. "He doesn't have any respect for boundaries, and you have to play by his rules, and I just don't care to do that," Maddie added on the podcast. Going back a few years, Sister Wives viewers witnessed the harsh rules Coyote put in place during the COVID-19 pandemic, essentially not letting any of his family members see anyone outside of the family. Such strict guidelines largely cost him his relationships with sons Gabe and Garrison. By all accounts, Coyote wasn't speaking to Garrison at the time the 25-year-old committed suicide in March. "My dad would get very angry when I'm a straight shooter. You ask me a question, I'm going to tell you what I think," Maddie went on. "And he would get very angry when I would be like, I don't know why you're surprised here. And so that was one of the reasons that I went no contact, because it was like, he didn't like a mirror being held up. There was a lot of anger, and he'd like, that's not true, and I'm like, it is true. I know this firsthand." Coyote Brown acting clueless and self-absorbed, lacking any and all empathy? We're shocked. Coyote shares a total of 18 children with Janelle, Christine, Meri, and Robyn Brown. His spiritual marriages to Christine and Janelle ended in 2021 and 2022, respectively, while Meri confirmed in January 2023 that she and Coyote had terminated their quasi-marriage. "I think there were always parts of him that were like this, but I think that the show morphed his personality," Michael T. previously said, referring to the selfish and oblivious man at the center of Sister Wives season 19. "Fame does that to people. It just morphs you. And having to deal with your faults on TV, being repeatedly thrown in your face for 14 years, it changes you." We don't say this often, because the guy is mostly a clueless narcissist, but let's give Coyote Brown a modicum of credit. He's always come across as very supportive of daughter Gwendolyn. On this week's episode of Sister Wives, Coyote and ex-spouse Christine Brown came together to celebrate their 23-year-old daughter's engagement to Beatrice Carras. Gwendolyn confirmed her intention to marry Beatrice way back in late 2022. "I have no problem when Gwen marrying a woman," Coyote said in a confessional on this installment, which we applaud Brown for saying. But then the father of 17 added, "Gwen came out, but she wasn't as articulate about it. She talked about how she was attracted to both sexes." Well, yeah. In 2020, Brown came out as a raging bisexual, which means she's attracted to both sexes, and one of those sexes is female, and she fell in love with a female and is now married to one. It's not all that complicated, Coyote. Indeed, In a 2022 episode of Sister Wives, Gwendolyn explained her stance on her own sexuality as follows. I'm not only attracted to women. I'm also attracted to men and people that fall into other gender spectrums. Coyote does seem generally in favor of any lifestyle such as this, claiming on the November 10th installment that he's simply listening to the big guy upstairs when it comes to his stance on the LGBTQ+ community. I specifically had an experience where God said, as God said, I judge, and he told me, and you love. That's how I live if I can. Coyote Brown apparently talks to God a lot. As for Christine, who brought her now-husband David Woolley to the engagement party that aired this week, she admitted the family already knew when Gwendolyn came out. She wasn't exactly stunned. Gwendolyn and B are now engaged. BA's cool, really, really, really sweet, Christine said in a confessional of her own. But to see Gwendolyn's eyes just light up around B, and Gwendolyn is so comfortable around her. They're just cute together. So cute. It's always such a relief when your child finds their person. Fame does that to people. It just morphs you. And having to deal with your faults on TV, being repeatedly thrown in your face for 14 years, it changes you. We don't say this often because the guy is mostly a clueless narcissist, but let's give Coyote Brown a modicum of credit. He's always come across as very supportive of daughter Gwendolyn. On this week's episode of Sister Wives, Coyote and ex-spouse Christine Brown came together to celebrate their 23-year-old daughter's engagement to Beatrice Queiroz. Gwendolyn confirmed her intention to marry Beatrice way back in late 2022. I have no problem when Gwen marrying a woman, Coyote said in a confessional on this installment, which we applaud Brown for saying. But then the father of 17 added, Gwen came out but she wasn't as articulate about it. She talked about how she was attracted to both sexes. Well, yeah. In 2020, Brown came out as a raging bisexual, which means she's attracted to both sexes, and one of those sexes is female, and she fell in love with a female and is now married to one. It's not all that complicated, Coyote. Indeed, in a 2022 episode of Sister Wives, Gwendolyn explained her stance on her own sexuality as follows. I'm not only attracted to women. I'm also attracted to men and people that fall into other gender spectrums. Coyote does seem generally in favor of any lifestyle such as this, claiming on the November 10th installment that he's simply listening to the big guy upstairs when it comes to his stance on the LGBTQ+ community. I specifically had an experience where God said, as God said, I judge, and he told me, and you love. That's how I live if I can. Sister Wives star Coyote Brown meets ex-wife Christine's new husband for the first time. David Woolley says Coyote Brown got red in the face during their conversation. The November 10th episode of Sister Wives features a highly anticipated moment. David Woolley, star Christine Brown's husband, meets her ex-husband Coyote Brown for the first time. Titled Baptism by Fire, the episode follows the Brown family as they prepare to attend a wedding shower for Gwendolyn Brown, one of Christine and Coyote Brown's daughters. While driving 8 hours to the party with Christine Brown and several of her children, Woolley gets the chance to know the family better. On the day of the shower, the couple learns that Coyote Brown and his remaining wife, Robyn Brown, will also be attending the event. He told Gwendolyn he wasn't coming. Like he said full on he wasn't going to go, or anything. But now suddenly he's coming and Robyn's coming. So it adds another level of complication, Christine Brown says in a confessional interview. Coyote Brown reveals that he was equally surprised to hear that Woolley, who was Christine's boyfriend at the time, would be attending the party. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, well, good to know, he says in his own interview. Christine Brown then explains that the party was already bound to be awkward because it's one of the first times the family is together since she left. I'm frustrated that it's Gwendolyn's day, but so much of the focus now is going to be on Coyote and Robyn until they show up, she notes. During the party, Christine Brown introduces Woolley to Meri Brown, one of her former sister wives, and offers her some words of encouragement since she also recently left her plural marriage. Michael T. Padron, one of Christine and Coyote Brown's daughters, encourages her mom to bring Woolley over to meet Coyote and Robyn Brown, and she obliges. The two couples exchange pleasantries, and Coyote Brown, who's holding one of Padron's twin sons, asks Woolley if he's met Christine Brown's children. Padron explains that Woolley babysat her children so she and Christine Brown could have a girls' date. I'm used to a lot of kids. I have 10 grandkids. I have 8 kids, Wooly explains. In a confessional interview, Wooly reflects on the interaction. The first thing he said is, "I heard you held my grandkids." And Michael T says, "Well, he did more than that.